in last lecture, that is array. What is meant by an array? Array is a derived data type. Clear? Which is derived or inherited from your built-in data types or user defined data types. So it is called as derived data type. What is the use of array? Using array, we have to store homogeneous data elements together in a single entity called as a array. Okay, that is, we can store integer numbers together in a single variable, array variable, or float in a single array variable. Okay, so no need to write number of variables. Int, if we want to store the marks of 100 students, so no need to write marks of declare 100 different variables for storing marks. Only declare one variable and use the size to that variable. Okay, so it becomes the array. So there is two methods. First, array declaration and array initialization. So suppose your program starts from main. How to declare array? First is a storage type, but it is optional. If it is inside the main function, either you write static, then that array becomes static array. If you don't write static, then it becomes local array. Okay. So depending on the storage type, lifetime is different, then scope different. Clear? So first declare the data type, then variable name, suppose marks, and then use the size, whatever may be the 100. So index starts from 0 to 99. Other point is that array data members are stored on the RAM in the contiguous memory locations, continuous memory location. There is no gap space between that number elements. Okay. So after that, this is called as the array declaration. Next thing is the array initialization. Suppose we want to store roll numbers in the array, 5 roll numbers, so is equal to curly brackets 100, 101, 102, 103, 104. Okay, then write semicolon. So this is called as the array initialization. This is called as array declaration, and this is called as the array initialization. So first element, that is 100, is stored at the index roll number of 0 on the RAM, and last member 104 is stored at the array location roll number of 4. Clear? Whatever may be the size. Okay, but index varies from 0 to size minus 1. Clear? You have to access any data members. If you want the roll number of third person, so how you can access roll number third, that is index 2. So roll number 2 gives you roll number third, that is 102. If you want to access the roll number 4 in that array, particular array, so what is roll number of 3? It gives you the 4 element or roll number at the position 4. This element at the index 0, this element is at the index 1, this element at the index 2, this element at the index 3, and this index at the 4. Okay. So roll number of 5 is the array of 5 roll numbers stored at the respective indices 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Clear? Next, how we can assign the values, okay, to the particular array members. For example, what we want to store? We want to store marks of 5 students in the array. Marks of 5 students in the array marks. And what we do? We do addition of that all marks. Addition of all marks. And take the average of that marks. We want to display the average. So first thing, declare the array of 5. Declare the array of marks 5. As per that, on the RAM, memory is allocated for your marks array. That is marks of 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Clear? Marks of 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Clear? This is the memory management for the array marks, and it is contiguous memory location. Clear? Next, we want to store marks of different 5 subjects together and make the average and display that average of particular one student. So take the marks of all subjects from the user. So write printf enter marks of 5 subjects. Next, scanf. Now how to scan? For that, scanf function is there. But how many times we want to execute scanf? 5 times. Okay, and this enter marks of 5 subjects only one time. So no need to write this statement inside the loop. Only we can write scanf inside the loop. You can take any loop. Okay, for this purpose, now we take for loop. So for index starts from 0. Here always initialize the index at a 0th index, first element. Again declare variable I. Next, what is the next thing? I condition. I less than equal to 4. Last index is a 4 because 5 subjects marks. Next, I plus plus. Again, right? Scanf. Okay, percentage D for storing first subject's marks. Address of where to store
marks.
Address of this variable. Address of marks. At which index? Subscript operator, and right here index I. Means first execution I is equal to 0. So whatever may be the marks entered here is stored at the location address of marks of 0. Complete the for loop. Okay, so using this for loop, we stored 5 different subjects marks at the particular location. Marks of 0, marks of 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, what is next part? Make the addition of that all marks. So for the addition, how we can take the variable, that is addition, comma, add variable. We have to choose add variable for that. So we declare add. So how to add? Add is equal to initial. What is the initial value? Garbage. So you want to initialize it by 0. Add is equal to add plus what? Marks in first subject. Marks of first subject. So how you get the marks of first subjects? Marks of 0th index. Second, marks of 1. Okay. For that same thing we have to make repeatedly. For that you can use marks of ith index. Which index? Ith index. And again this same statement, because it is executed 5 times. That's why we can use loop again. So how? For take again I as it initialized to 0, I less than equal to 4 I plus plus. Okay, and execute same thing. After this execution of this whatever may be the addition is stored into add variable. Now what do you want? Average. Okay, so after that average. So add divided by 5 subjects gives you average. Stored it into average variable. Again you declare average. No need to write 0 or initialize to the 0 because before using we have to initialize it. After that printf average is equal to percentage D double quotes average. Next is a get ch and main function get completed. So now how it executes? First These are declaration statement. After that, on the console, enter marks of 5 subjects only once. After that, cursor is blinking for taking marks. When you enter 10 and press enter key, then automatically that marks stored at the address of marks of 0, because initially I is 0. So suppose 10 marks are stored in the marks of 0th location. Again, what happens? This loop incremented I plus plus, that is 1. So 1 is less than equal to 4, condition true. Again scanf percentage d, that is cursor is blinking. Again on the console, when you press 20 suppose marks and press enter, then that marks are stored at the marks of ith location, means 1. So 20 like that, 30, 40 and 50. Clear? 5 times. After that, for loop. Here again this for loop initialize I to 1 again in the memory. Then 1 less than equal to 4, condition true. Cursor goes to the for loop. What is the value of addition first? 0. 0 plus marks of 0. Marks of 0 means 10. This is retrieved here. So 0 plus 10, that is 10, stored in the add variable. Again this loop continues. I plus plus, that is 1. 1 less than equal to 4, condition true. Again add. So initial value of add now becomes 10. 10 plus marks of 1. What is the marks of 1? 20. So 10 plus 20. What is the result? 30. Now add it. 30 value stored into add variable. Like that. So 5 times this loop get executed, and what is the final addition? Add is equal to
150.
150. Clear? Addition is equal to 150. So 150 divided by 5, that is 30. 30 is stored into average, and then average is equal to 30. That is the end result. Okay. So this is a simple program to how to scan values from user and store into single or one dimensional array, and manipulation on that array. That is this. This is the manipulation. We can add the marks in the array and make this average and display that average. Clear? Okay. So we will stop here.